How's it going, everybody? Rybrad here today, and we are back with our Montreal Canadiens franchise mode. And today we are going to just stand in awe and hope that Cole Caulfield can get 70 goals on the season. He's on pace for, I think, 74. So we're going to hopefully see him get that today. But the plan for this one is to get all the way through the trade deadline and all the way up until the postseason, because things are going well for us. We are first in our division with a game in hand on the team behind us, the Tampa Bay Lightning. And I really don't see a need to make too much change. And I know you guys love hearing me talk. As much as you do, we're going to try and get as much content into this video as possible. But yes, Cole Caulfield is now up to an 89 overall. The man has grown quite nicely. The second line with Ehlers, Domi, and Foligno gets that +1 as well. And then Gallagher, Paling, Suzuki. So things are going well with the team, and hopefully they can keep going even better. Risto, like, not a fit, but you know what? We're going to ignore that. We're not going to spend all days of today's video spending it on talking about the team and what we're going to do in the lines. We're just going to try and get through as many games as we can here. So let's go ahead and let's head up to the trade deadline. Just because I said we're going to try and get to the end of the season doesn't mean that just means I'm just going to blitz through blindly as we lose 6-1 to the Ottawa Senators, which kind of hurts. We did just beat them a week before that. Ooh, there's 3 straight losses. Can we stop the losing, boys? 4 straight losses, and we've now fallen to second in our division, but there's a win against a divisional opponent in the Panthers, and a 3-0 win against Boston gets us back on track. That makes 3 wins, snapped by the Dallas Stars, though, with a 5-2 loss there on Friday. But we do beat the Carolina Hurricanes before we go on the All-Star break. At the All-Star break, we are in second. It looks, but only 3 points behind the Lightning. An overtime loss is going to get us a point, and there's a big name on the move, maybe not as good as he used to be, but Chris Letang is going to Washington, and in return, Vegas is going to get Tom Wilson and Martinook. Interesting. So it seems Vegas is going to load up, and it seems things are not going as well as maybe we had previously hoped they would. A trade now. Joel Eriksson Ek, a good player. I think maybe Demko, the moderator, was telling me how good he used to sim, or maybe it was Forsbacka Carlson. One of the two. Please let me know. But he heads to New Jersey in return. Minnesota gets some picks and some players. 8-1 win against the Capitals there, who just acquired Chris Letang, so that doesn't look like it's working out for them. Cody Eakin for a 3rd and a 4th. I don't know where he'd exactly slot in on the team. I don't know exactly where we need to make a move. Curtis Lazar there for a 3rd. I don't think I'd want to do that trade. Things are going well. We're back at the top of the division. A couple losses there. Joel Edmondson goes for a 3rd and a 7th and a prospect. Interesting. Arturi Lehkonen being offered back up to us for a 3rd and a 4th. I don't really see myself wanting to make a move unless we can get somebody. Philippe Deneau, former Montreal Canadien, goes to San Jose for a 2nd in Kulak. Interesting. So some shuffling going around. Dustin Brown, probably don't want him just yet. We could look into it here in a bit, but things are going really well with the team right now. The Atlantic Division is a tight division. Nobody at the top, which is us, is pulling away too much from the rest of the pack, I don't think. There's another good win. Come on, let's get another one. We do get a point, though. We keep up the point streak. JT Compher and Lazar go for Noel and Irons, so those guys are probably now off the trade block. And this game against Dallas is our last one before we stop and take a look at how things are going, and, well, things are going quite nicely. We had a 6-game winning streak, with an overtime loss. So that was 7 wins, 7-0-1 and 8. What is that? 8-1-1 in our last 10. So team is doing very well. We now have 62 games completed, 83 points for the team. Cole Caulfield's pace has slowed down. Only has 44 goals in the last 21. In the last 21 games, he's gotten 7 goals. He did pick up his assists, so he's gotten 7 goals and 8 assists, I think. So he's now up to 70 points. But that's probably why things haven't been going as well. We cooled off. Cole Caulfield cooled off a little bit here before the deadline. But the month of February has been very good to us. We started off with a loss, but then only lost 1 more game after that in regulation. Picked up a point in every other game so far this month. So that's really good. As you can see, I'll go back to it. We were leading the division. 83 points, just 1 point above the Lightning, 8 points above the Sabres, They do have a game in hand, so that's maybe 5 points above the Sabres. The Hurricanes lead the Eastern Conference with 90. Maybe not going to catch them, but what I would like to do is focus on winning the Atlantic Division now. The rest of the league looks like the Carolina Hurricanes are the class of the NHL so far. We are the next best team, I would say. With fewer games played than the Avalanche, we are the next best team in the NHL. I don't know if I'd really want to change up too much unless there's a line that just doesn't seem to be clicking. But this top line certainly is. That is 67 points there for Taylor Hall, 66 points for Kotkaniemi, and then Cole Caulfield has 70 points, as we've seen. 44, though. I believe we started and he had 37 in 41. So, like I said, 7 in the last 21. That's a goal every third game, which is not bad. That's a pace for, what is it, like 25, 30 goals. He needs to pick that up. But over the course of the season, snipers can be streaky. What we might want to... I really don't see us finding somebody to make this second line better, because we've got playmaker, two-way forward. If one of these guys was a sniper, say like Cole Caulfield on this second line, instead of Foligno would get it to the plus. I don't know if I want to make any kind of changes, because this would be a +3 up there. Ehlers is a really good second line fit. So is Domi. Nick Foligno is an okay second line fit, but moving somebody else up there would not be smart right now, as nobody else really fits up there. Nick Suzuki really is not a very good fit for Tucker Esposito's scheme. I believe, Tucker Esposito. We made the coaching change, so there we go. Teasdale, the fourth line, how are they doing? Are they a minus? Adam Lowry is a slight minus. He doesn't exactly fit the team like we'd like. Neither does Yolonen. I don't know, maybe Michael McCarron's time to shine. Although he's a fantastic power forward. Fits the first line perfectly. But I don't think I'd want to take off one of those top guys right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the defensive core, see if there's somewhere where we need to strengthen. +34 for Risto. So I think Rasmus Ristolainen, ever since he's gotten here to Montreal, is just trying to fix his career plus-minus, as he is now a +71 as a Montreal Canadien. Still a -89. So that means in Buffalo, he's been a huge minus. Except for this 1 year. This 1 year he was a plus. But after that, then -22, his contract expired. They let him walk, and we picked him up. And he's been very good for us. Probably on pace for the same amount of points. Things are looking fine with Rasmus Ristolainen, Jake motherfucking Bean. Well, this middle pairing is doing fine. Victor Mete, Jake Muzzin, and Noah Juulsen. So, Jake Muzzin, you're okay, bud? I'd like to maybe improve from Jake Muzzin. How many years we got? We only got him 1 year left. I'm probably not going to re-sign him. Probably going to re-sign a guy like Juulsen. Mete is signed through next season. Jake Bean is signed through next season as well. How about Risto? Risto is signed. Yeah, we got our top pairing for 4 more years, and as we can see, guys, it works. But I don't really see anybody that I would displace. Maybe get a power forward instead of Foligno for that second line. Do we have any power forwards on the team that I could just take a quick look at? It doesn't seem like we have any power forwards whatsoever. So what we're going to do quickly is we're going to sub out Yolonen and going to bring in Michael McCarron, throw him on the second line, see if maybe he's not a great fit. Maybe we could find a power forward that fits the second line, a winger who fits the second line. We could then drop Foligno down here for Yolonen or Teasdale or something like that. Because Nick Foligno is probably not what you'd want from a second liner. He's only got 26 points in 62 games. He is playing 15 minutes, but I'd like to see a little bit better. So if there's anywhere we would improve, I'm going to go take a quick look through the NHL. I think I will cut this part out of the video for you guys so you don't have to sit around and watch it the whole time. So we're going to go ahead and try and find a forward who is a power forward to play on our second line. Hopefully we can find somebody. I'd like to get at least somebody of his quality, of an 82, because if we can get a +3, they'd be up to an 85, and that would get our other two guys up to 89s. Domi and Ehlers are both 86s. So we're not going to go after somebody too expensive as far as trade value. I know a bunch of you guys probably want me to. Wayne Simmons, maybe, if he fits our scheme, does not fit our scheme. So there we go. I'm going to go take a quick look through it. We'll see. I will be back if I find something. So guys, we have identified a target that fits kind of perfectly with what I was asking for. Somebody who's not too expensive, neither salary nor trade value, but fits the second line. That would be Kiefer Bellows here of the New York Islanders, drafted in 2016 out of Boston University. Good little power forward here. Look at the physicals, guys. 99 strength, 99 aggressiveness, 99 body checking. Oh my God. He's only 6 foot, But man, this dude does nothing but hit the weight room. And he's pretty good defensively too. Shot blocking 92, stick checking 96. He's a great kind of defensive player with Ehlers and Domi there on that second line. I think he would be a perfect guy to go get. We could see how he performs. He's still on a two-way entry-level deal. He does not have a contract extension signed. He fits all of our penalty killing lines too, which is another positive. I think he could be very, very good for us. He seems to have good passing and offensive awareness. His shot leaves a little bit to be desired, but hopefully a guy like Ehlers could put the goals in, or Domi, or one of those guys. But that's not a lot of trade value. I was starting to get down here on some of these other guys. I think the next guy that I identified that would fit would be Kirby Dach, but that's a lot to just trade for. I mean, he's a good, young, promising player, but if there's somebody we would go after right now at the deadline, I don't see anybody else making more sense than a guy like Kiefer Bellows. I don't know how the Islanders are doing, but he fits on our second line, our penalty kill. He's on an ELC. I'm going to go ahead and trade for him, see what maybe New York wants. How is New York doing? They are 30, 26, and 6, listed as a rebuilder, though, so they probably want picks. They do. They do want picks, and they probably want young skaters. So is there anybody here? They do not. Wow, okay. Maybe they've changed it and they want to be going for it. Let's give them some rookie skaters, though. Give up a guy like Lopez. I would not be upset to give up a guy like Lopez. Brassard here, who's already 19. They're both 19. He's a right winger. He was a first-round pick. And then Marcel Brassard was the next guy we took. Lopez maybe could grow. He's medium top 6, but I think I'd rather have Kiefer Bellows anyway. Maybe a 1-for-1 straight up. Probably not going to go through. Trade rejected. It's too far off, I figured. But I figured why not give it a chance. A goalie. We've got a bunch of medium elite goalies that probably aren't going to be anything. So you know what? We're going to hold on to Lopez. We're going to use one of our rookie goalies here who are listed as medium elite. We have a bunch of them. 65 at 80, 20 at 65. I think I'd rather give up Brodin. He is our 4th round pick. He's 19. He's 20, only 3 overall points better. I don't know which guy I'd rather have. Maybe Para I'd rather get rid of because he's already 20. And we could definitely get something out of the New York Islanders here as well. They have a goaltending prospect, but it seems like they're not satisfied. Draft picks. They have some pretty nice picks. Their own would probably, I mean, it'd be nice, but I don't think it's going to happen, which it won't. A 2nd round pick, maybe. What kind of rookies do they have? Anybody? Oh my goodness, that guy is fantastic. Williams here is a rookie right winger. Josh Williams does not fit our scheme. We don't know about Petry or Brian Whitfield. Lahunen. Petri Lahunen is a sniper. What is his? He was last scouted on their first line. No way he's actually on their first line. He's in the NHL. He's put up 73 points in 76 games. He's a right-wing sniper. Maybe somebody we can take a flyer on here rather than trying to get a prospect. So we'll throw him in the deal with Kiefer Bellows and see if Para for Bellows and Lahunen maybe could play in the AHL for us, He's got a absolutely ridiculous wrist shot. His shooting accuracy is up to a 94. He's a fantastic skater, 6'1", probably the kind of guy that, we'd like to take a shot with. Trade rejected, it's too far off, so we'd probably have to add in more to get Lahunen. I don't think this is going to make it move that much, but we'll throw in another prospect. Yeah, we'd have to probably give up quite a bit more. So as far as rookie skaters are concerned, they got a low elite here. He's probably not going to be anything but trade bait. Nobody else seems to be a guy that could jump to the NHL ever. So maybe it is smarter to just get a draft pick here. Maybe I will just, suck it up, take the 2nd. Bellows in a 2nd for Para. It looks a little bit more in their favor, so we'll see if we can get 2 seconds in Bellows. It didn't think it was going to work. So we'll go ahead and maybe throw in their 3rd as well, a 2nd and a 3rd. Trade accepted, done deal, looks good to me. Kiefer Bellows, welcome to the Montreal Canadiens. Hopefully he is going to help out that 2nd line for us. And we can go ahead and check out what he's going to do. We're a championship contender right now, as we probably figured to be. I kind of like the way Joe Teasdale fits. I don't, which guy to take out, right? He's listed as a depth forward. Nobody really fits this 4th line. Teasdale does, so we'll take out Yolanen, and we'll bring in Kiefer Bellows, who is probably in the AHL, so we'll have to call him up. Send Michael McCarron down, because I just don't want somebody scratched. I will have somebody scratched. Let me go ahead and fix that. Kiefer Bellows. And we'll send down Pilot and Yolanin. So we'll send those guys down. Beautiful. We'll have to change the lines, edit the lines. That's fine. We will replace in all of the blanks. We will replace it with, where is he? Kiefer Bellows. There he is. Substitute in all lines. And now if we move him up for Nick Foligno, that does not help out that line. You know what? I'm going to see if I can make Nikolai Ehlers a sniper if we can get a good... excuse me. It said he fit the second line. That's a... Wow, okay. Maybe we move Taylor Hall down here. Get him playing like a 93, and then get these guys up to 89s, and then Bellows gets Kotkaniemi to a 95, and Caulfield to a 92, and he gets up to an 86. Maybe we will try Kiefer Bellows on the top line and move Taylor Hall down. Now, Taylor Hall has not been having a bad season by any stretch of the imagination. 67 points in 62 games, but he's just been routinely the least impressive player. And it does seem like a sniper would help out that line, and I think this just makes the most sense for the team. Moving forward, Brendan Gallagher, Suzuki fits. Who doesn't fit? Paling does not fit. Interesting. Paling still listed as a third line forward. Does somebody else fit? Could maybe we get Kiefer Bellows here as well? See if he maybe fits the power play scheme. He does. We get a +3 there as well. Kiefer Bellows, man, you fit the scheme so nicely, and I'm so happy to have you around. But yeah, we've got Domi on that first line power play. Hopefully we can fix the second line with how we've got it going. I really love this power play, man. I got to tell you what. The penalty kill, Gallagher and Foligno don't exactly fit. Lowry and Paling don't fit. But we will switch Gallagher and Foligno and then bring in Kiefer Bellows because it says he fits our penalty kill. Did it lie to me? Was that always a +1 up there? I don't remember that being a +1. But anyway, Gallagher and Bellows, can either of them take face-offs? No. So Gallagher doesn't fit. Do we have a center that does fit? And it seems like Paling and Lowry don't fit. So we'll do this. Yeah, we'll put Paling with Gallagher and Lowry with Bellows, Juleson and Risto. Juleson doesn't fit. Nobody on our team really fits the penalty kill, which is interesting. I'm not too worried about the 3-man penalty kill, and there we go. So we're going to try that out. We're going to put Taylor Hall on the second line, get him playing like a 93 on the second line, see if maybe he can take off against some weaker opposition. Hopefully I don't just screw up our #1 seed here. I mean, I don't see us falling further than the 2nd seed in the division. Why did I click on that? We're going to go ahead and keep simulating games here, though. That is the one trade I'm going to make. I think it is a good one, and I think Kiefer Bellows is definitely going to help this team out. It's getting Caulfield up into the 90s, Kotkaniemi up to a 95. Taylor Hall on that second line is now a 93 with an 89 and 89. I don't see how any team can match that kind of firepower. We'll simulate up to the, what? How many games is left here? That would be the last 5. So let's go ahead and go up to the last 5 games of the season. I'm actually a little bit nervous right now, guys, if you can't tell by me just constantly talking. So now that the trade deadline is over, hopefully we can keep our winning ways up, and we do win in a shootout there. That's nice to see. Versus Detroit, a 4-0 win. Versus Pittsburgh, an 8-3 loss. Ouch. We let up a lot of goals. And a 4-1 loss there against Toronto, a divisional opponent. We beat them. Buffalo, a divisional opponent. We lose to them. We do beat the New Jersey Devils. We beat the Philadelphia Flyers. There we go. There's another win. Let's keep these wins chalking up. The Florida Panthers have fired their head coach, so there's a Atlantic Division opponent in a little bit of turmoil, and we love to see it. Pittsburgh, we repay them for the 8-3 loss with a tight win. And we beat Toronto and Detroit, 2 more divisional opponents. We beat the Carolina Hurricanes, and boys, we now have 107 points. We are not too far out from behind the Carolina. Oh my God, Cole Caulfield has hit 60 goals and 96 points. So he had what, 44 through 62, right? 44 through 62, and now he got another 16 goals in 15 games. He's went above goal per game. That is ridiculous. Let's see here. Yeah, 107. We are tied with the Avalanche for the second best team in the league, although we have 1 less game played. Maybe 5 points behind the Hurricanes is a little much to ask. We did just beat them, though. Hit the 50 win mark. Let's not get to the 25 loss mark. That would be great. Let's simulate up to this Flyers game so we can go ahead and go day by day, see how we finish the season. The Philadelphia Flyers. First, we got to play the 2 Atlantic opponents, and ooh, ouch. So we do beat Toronto quite a few times here. 3 straight 3-1 wins over the Toronto Maple Leafs. How do we do in the season series? Did we sweep the Toronto Maple Leafs in the season series? No, they beat us 3-1, but we do go up 3-1 in the season series there. That is nice to see, especially against a team like Toronto. Makes me happy inside. But the loss like that to the Carolina Hurricanes, to the Tampa Bay Lightning, not good because they are still chasing us and they still are in with a shout. In those games, Cole Caulfield only got himself 1 goal. He's going to need to get us some more points than that. I think, the Hurricanes have wrapped up the league, it seems. They've wrapped up the league. They are going to get awarded the President's Trophy at the end of the season. Here we now have our game against the Flyers, a team we've recently beaten pretty heavily. And speaking of getting beaten pretty heavily, well, we just got beaten pretty heavily there. The Lightning are tied with us. These losses cannot be happening now, boys. This cannot be happening. Please get back on the winning ways. A 5-2 win there. We stave off the Lightning's push here at the end of the season with one more game. We play the Red Wings, who are last in the division. 65 points. Not as bad as real life, but it's not a great season. 65 points sees them at second worst in the NHL. All right, one more game here. Did the Lightning probably play today? Cole Caulfield, can he hit 100 points? 62 goals. Can he get up to 63? I'd love a hat trick to see him get to 65. And a 6-3 win, he does. He gets a goal, I think. A goal and 2 assists in our 6-3 win over the Detroit Red Wings. Wow, and the Carolina Hurricanes have hit 120 points, an absolutely staggering mark. We are the second best team in the NHL, though, at 113 with 55 wins. 3 wins behind them. They won 1 game and lost 1 more game in overtime than we did. So very, very good season all around. And has everybody completed the season? Yes, so I can do the regular season check without having to worry too much about it. So there we go. Taylor Hall finishes point per game. He was a little bit above point per game. I think he had, 67 and 62, so he did cool off a bit. Max Domi's up at 62 points. Klingberg, we see you. We got to ignore you for a second. We can't ignore this, man. Cole Caulfield put the team on his back this season. The sniper who's now got 99 wrist shot power and slap shot power, 93 accuracy as well, 94 offensive awareness. Defensively, he's coming along. Physically, I didn't expect 5'7" Cole Caulfield to be very strong. Jesperi Kotkaniemi, 85 points. If he can be a point per game for us and still do these monstrous, just defensive play, 140. Cole Caulfield's throw, a little scrappy, little bug right there. Cole Caulfield. All right. Our team likes to hit. I'm starting to find this out. The Nikolai Ehlers is a 30 with 37 hits is the next lowest, but a -18, not what you want to see there. I don't know if Taylor Hall's plus-minus went up or down from when we moved him there. Kiefer Bellows now with 45 points on the season. How many of those came playing on our first line? That would mean 15. So he was on pace for like 40 points this season. 45 points this season, maybe. 41 points. He moved that way up. 15 points in 20 games, 6 goals, 9 assists. Playing with a guy like Cole Caulfield certainly doesn't hurt. He got 1 power play point, so nice to see that. 22 minutes per night on the ice, getting a lot of time. Giveaway to takeaway ratio wasn't spectacular. But you know what? He boosts Cole Caulfield and Kotkaniemi. I really do like that. Suzuki down there on the third line with 41. Foligno with 36. So he had 26 at the deadline. He only got 10 more points in the last 20 games. A little bit disappointing, but I mean, I guess a point every other game for a third liner isn't too bad. I forgot where we were playing him by the end of the season. I think it might have been the third line. Or did we move him down to the fourth line? I can't remember. Paling, though, with 31 points. He's been okay. I mean, he's an 85. He just does not play like one. Lowry ended the season on a plus. Wow, that fourth line must have done really, really well. I think Foligno was playing on that fourth line, and he's definitely been helping out there because there's no more minuses. Defensively, we know who the star of the show is on the back end. It is John Klingberg, and Risto just loves to get plus minuses. I think he just hops out on the ice just to get the plus, even if it's too many men. That's why he's got quite a few penalty minutes. He just hops out there because he wants the plus. Jake Bean comes in second on the defenseman with 26. Risto with 25. Muzzin with 20. Mete and Juleson are the only defensemen not to hit 20 points. Mete in with a shout. Goaltending-wise, Braden Holtby. Really good season from him. Georgiev as well, a good season from Georgiev. And do we have him signed? Yes, another season after this one. 912, 280 is good for a backup, and 912, 266 is fine for my starter, especially when we put up the kind of goals we do. Rookie skaters, nobody on our team is a rookie, but there's no way in heck that Cole Caulfield does not win the Maurice Rocket Richard. Unless Ovechkin had an absolutely ballistic season, Cole Caulfield really did cool off after we got to the halfway mark of the season. He had 37. He was on pace for 74. He cooled off a little bit. Ooh, and Tyler Seguin wins. He was up there when we checked halfway through the season. Cole Caulfield's up there as well, though, with 102, right behind Mikko Rantanen and Sidney Crosby. Sidney Crosby and Tyler Seguin, though, were in a class of their own, but Rantanen with Caulfield and McKinnon round out the rest of the 100-point getters. Kane, Kucherov, that's right, Patrick Kane is back on the Buffalo Sabres. I forgot. Jamie Benn playing alongside Tyler Seguin, picking up points as you please. Goals, nobody else in the league hit 60, although Sidney Crosby did a damn good job of trying to push Caulfield, getting him over the hump. Didn't really need those last couple games worth of goals, but a great season for Cole Caulfield as he is going to bring home the Maurice Rocket Richard, bring it back to Montreal. Gotta love seeing Cole Caulfield do that. Tyler Seguin and Laine are the other 50 goal scorers. A bunch of guys got 40, Ovi only with 46, so a slightly disappointing season for him on the Blackhawks. Blackhawks thought they could replace Patrick Kane with an aging Alex Ovechkin. Okay, I can't say he did poorly. He's just not the Ovi of old. Stamkos down here as well with 92. A new name, Kai Vitanen. Vitanen was drafted 4th overall in 2020 to the Minnesota Wild. Still there, sniper, 63 points, 41 goals. Like to see him get a few more points, especially for a young 21-year-old sniper, though. I would accept that. Plus minus, who had the best plus minus, who's the best two-way forward? I guess I would give it to McKinnon, unless maybe we take a look at the giveaways and takeaways. Who had the most takeaways in the league? That would be Martin Necas of the President's Trophy winning Carolina Hurricanes. Logan Brown and Evan Crooks. Evan Crooks drafted 2nd overall the same year as Vitanen. Evan, pretty good player. Two-way is like a two-way sniper. That's kind of what you want. This guy is going to be a terror in the league. I can just tell if they can surround him. I mean, he's probably playing with Capo Caco. If they can get his center, I mean, they'd be golden. But Jesperi Kotkaniemi is up there. Most points, I would say, up here. Jamie Benn's sneaking in down there. So I can't quite say he had the most points on the list, but of the guys 180 takeaways, that is ridiculous. 180 hits. Necas is probably going to win the Selke. If we go to defensemen now, talking about the Norris, Klingberg was up there. I always feel like when you've got defensemen in the 50s, they're not going to do anywhere close to what, a Norris candidate would get. Pietrangelo and Miro Heiskanen battle it out. Alex Pietrangelo is going to edge him, though, in my book, simply because of the plus-minus and the 3 extra goals. Although Ottawa, Thomas Chabot, 10 goals. Wow, nice. And Doughty with 12. Aaron Ekblad with 14. Oliver Ekman-Larsson, I'm sorry, I skipped you, with 17. Great season there from all these defensemen. Klingberg did quite well for us. Best plus-minus, Rasmus Ristolainen is trying to rectify all of his time in Buffalo here in Montreal. And you know what? I'm all for that. Especially, because I'm the GM now of Montreal. Probably would be good for me if Risto does well. Peter Mrazek looks like he's going to win the Vezina. A lot of Thatcher Demko with an 899 and a 304, but still won nearly 40 games he played this season. Mackenzie Blackwood up there near the top, getting new life there in Los Angeles. Jonathan Quick, new life in New York. Backup goaltender listed, doesn't matter, he's going to play 54 games. He gets a 918 and a 263, but timeout. Peter Mrazek absolutely put the team on his back and carried the crap out of the Carolina Hurricanes. 921, 238, that is ridiculous. They had a very good defensive team is what it seems. Rookie skaters, looks like Tommy Dunham. Tommy Dunham, 88 overall sniper, drafted in the 1st round just this past year. So he makes his debut the same season he was drafted. I mean, the guy's pretty good. Medium elite. He had 40 goals, 65 points. Hell of a wrist shot, great skater, 6'2" as well. Like to see him maybe be a bit stronger. Defensively, he's still solid. So you know what? Very good player there. Laurent Desprez. Dupre was drafted right after him. What a battle that was. Battle of the shitty teams, I guess, because they were both minuses. Cole Perfetti, there he is, smiling big on the Nashville Predators. Comes in third. Martin Kaut as well. Martin Kaut was drafted in 2018, so a late bloomer comparatively. This is like his 6th season. Yeah, he's been here forever, and he's finally made it to the NHL. Well, good for him. Better late than never, I always say. Goaltending-wise, nobody really stole the show. Nobody came up and pulled a Jordan Binnington, although 70 games played for a rookie, and Stuart Skinner gets himself 60 games played. Both of these guys seem to be starters for their team. Neither of them had a season to write home about. But that is probably all we're going to do in this one. We probably want to see who's won the awards in the past. Well, let's hope that we can go ahead and represent the Eastern Conference here. Coming up, the President's Trophy went to the Tampa Bay Lightning last season. Individual awards, Tyler Seguin, McKinnon, Klingberg won the Norris last year. Didn't win it this year, unfortunately. Because that's not the 2023. Wait, the one thing we can tell is if Cole Caulfield won individual awards, the Maurice Rocket Richard, went to Tyler Seguin. So these are last year's awards. If you guys want to see what the previous years, so it looks like Jonathan Klingberg has brought home some silverware for us. Demko has had very good seasons. Not this one. This is not one of them. Coach of the Year, not our guys. Great. Ryan O'Reilly is just taking home the Selke every year. Ted Lindsay goes to... There we go. So we will check those come end of the season. Please remind me down in the comment section. Let's find out who we will be playing. I have a sneaking suspicion it is going to be the Senators. So we will be having an all-Canadian affair here in round number 1 as we take on the Senators of Ottawa. But guys, make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next one.